That brings up audience participation. Anyone having an item of business to present to the City Council that does not appear on the agenda, please come forward at this time. The Mayor and Council will receive comments from the audience members. Council may recommend to individual or group as to what action they should take, referring to situation of a particular department or person at the city offices. Each speaker will have 3-minute time limit. Each topic will have a 9-minute time limit, and audience participation will be limited to 30 minutes. Now, as you all heard, that we had several people sign up for the same thing, and we're going to deal with that. And these are the people speaking on Westman, and the first two people said that only take about 30 seconds. So if Dr. Cornell Peewoody will come forward, and if Mr. Guy Narcomi, I hope I said that right, please come forward. And then if Melinda McCool, or were you referring to someone else? You're referring? Okay. And then Geneva Hadley will be next. Bonita Pattyacre, Ashley Lamont, and this'll, if we can just get everybody to kind of come front, it would be good. And then Greg, you'll be last. Dr. Peewoody.
Marawe. My name is Dr. Cornell Peewoody, Mayor Booker and City Council. I want to echo my recent decision, the recent decision of the Comanche Business Committee to officially oppose the Westwin Elements Cobalt Refinery, the Comanche Nation Resolution number 23/2024 passed on February 3rd, 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Peewoody. And Mr. Guy, help me say this right. Is it Narcomi?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's
Thank
good
you,
pronouncing. Thank you. Maratweka, Nananya Guy Narcomi, Okisinana Ikakimara, Nana Numana Comanche, Nana Apache, Nana Semino, Nana Lawton Naiha Bahi, I'm from Lawton, Okitina Nana Iti Tawe, Ge Cobalt Refinery Hana Suwai. I don't want that refinery here. Tatureti I wunnakata, Nakia Mara ta wunnakata. It might make our kids sick, not just native kids, but any kids that live in that area, Cash, Lawton. It's a bad thing. So nana iti hatawe, tumaku on the suakata. Really think about that. It's not just us people, it's everybody. That cobalt and that nickel, if you really investigate into it, it hurts people. Not just 10 years down the line, 20, but 50 years out, you start to see those results. So tumaku on the suakata, nana iti hatawe, urako. That's all I wanted to say, urako.
Thank you. And Geneva Hadley.
My name is Geneva Hadley. I just want to say that we see this missing and murdered Indigenous women going across the country. It's a huge movement, and it means a lot to our Native people. On top of drugs and alcohol and homelessness, domestic violence, and human our troubles. We are here to protect our people. We're here to protect this land. You guys sitting up here, you don't worry about things like that, not like the Native people do. We worry about it because we worry about the next 7 generations, because the last 7 generations worried about us. So now it's our turn. Please go back to this and research it. Ask for, let's work together on this. Let's not just think of money all the time. Let's think about what it's going to do to our people, do to our families, do to your homes, for all you that live in that area, if any of you do. It's going to affect you and your family. Thank you.
Okay, and Bonita Pattyacre.
Good afternoon. I'm Bonita Pattyacre, and I'm here to oppose the cobalt refinery because I live 4 miles west of the site where it's supposed to be built. I live on Red Oak Road, which is 4 miles west, and there's 14 family tribal members, family also that live on Red Oak Road that will be affected. We already have Goodyear, we have Bar S, and we have the paper plant that we get flack from. You hear my daughter coughing, she has respiratory problems. She lives with us, and a lot of us have had respiratory issues because of these plants, and now they're wanting to bring in something else that's going to affect our families. My husband is a farmer. He still does a little farming. He plants feed. It's going to be affected. Our cattle's going to be affected. A horse that we have will be affected. And not only that, the water, the 3 ponds that we have, Blue Beaver Creek will be affected. And not to say least, our Dio Mission Cemetery will be affected. It's 3 miles from the site. Thank you.
Thank you. And Miss Ashley Lamont.
Halakakwe, Huisi Onolako. My name is Ashley Lamont. I'm also speaking on behalf of Ms. McCool and many other people who are not allowed to speak because public comment is stifled here. I am a tribal member and a lifelong Oklahoman. I am the National Campaign Director for Honor the Earth, and I am a member of Westwin Resistance. I come before the City of Lawton today to express concern for the precedents you are setting by circumventing public input, deceiving the public regarding the safety of cobalt nickel refining, disregarding tribal consultation and the free, prior, and informed consent of the Kiowa, Comanche, Apache, Caddo, Wichita, and Delaware people by driving forward the Westwin Elements Cobalt Refinery project, the very first of its kind in the United States, and thus a thoroughly unproven technology. It is my job to monitor and assist communities across the nation fighting extraction, which includes refineries just like this. I want to be very clear to each of you that the nation has its eyes on the City of Lawton. The precedents you are setting by collaborating with Westwin Elements, which is a startup company by a 20-something-year-old who has no technical or scientific expertise, is that of treating the land and the people here as disposable. My question to Mayor and the Council is, when will the City of Lawton, not Westwin Elements, but you, set a public input meeting for everyone who is just now learning about this project to say their piece? Additionally, if this is a public project, when will the City of Lawton provide details regarding contractors and investments? These good citizens have the right to know how their taxes are being spent, and if they do not consent to poisoning themselves with their tax-paying money and poisoning others, it is incumbent upon this body to follow the will of the public, the people you represent, rather than your personal will. I just want to say Niawe and Wopila for receiving and recording my public comments. For folks wishing to learn about the harms of cobalt nickel refining, we ask you to look up Westwin Resistance on social media and YouTube. We are a coalition of scientists, tribal law experts, concerned community members, and environmental health experts. We are stronger together. Thank you.
Yes. Mr. Greg Eppinger.
Thank you. This is my first ever public speech, so forgive me if I fumble a little bit. Greg Evans at Lawton, Oklahoma. I come here today to ask you a question about Lawton's future. Should we ruin our neighborhood's beautiful wildlife ecosystem, natural underground fresh water, and a historic building, Deo Mission Church? Not to mention our health, our children's health, our families, friends, and neighbors' health on a refinery that has only promised to be a pilot program in which we gave millions of dollars to. I'm sure I and many others do not want to be a test subject. I live 4.7 miles from there, well within the danger zone. I heard Booker mention DEQ and EPA. However, I question whether this is sincere, since anyone can use search engines to see their disastrous record. There are no third parties monitoring the air quality within at least 8 miles or so. That is not close enough time to warn us of a disaster. Westwin Elements has said there will be leaks. It was not a matter of if, it was a matter of when. are we to rely upon a pilot program ran by a 20-something with no business experience, especially in cobalt? This is native-owned land that is being poisoned. No one asked us if cobalt test pilot could be built. You guys secretly, for several months, called it Blue Braveheart, did not tell anybody what this was about. Came out like in February, barely a month, if that, and then said that we're going to do this. All right, you guys gave us 6 months to not say anything about it anymore. Turn around, signed a contract in August, and then you changed the agreements, and then you did not listen to the citizens in those town halls. You did not say a word. You did not answer their questions. You gave questions to Westwin so they could pick what they wanted to read, or whoever you did to. That is unfair. You guys owe the citizens of Lawton an apology. I ask our fellow members, mayor, managers, and others responsible for this refinery to reverse course before it is too late. We can stop all funding and reverse this right now. People over greed. People over greed. This is only about greed. Greedy of the few and the rich and the powerful. The common people, they don't have any say about this. You guys made it sure that we didn't have any say about this. You guys did this regardless of what everyone else thought. We're not test subjects. We deserve our rights and our dignity. The natives deserve to have input. I would like for you to raise your hand if you did not profit or invest in Westwood Elements. I would like each councilman to
Okay.
do that.
Nobody, that would be illegal, but your time is up. Thank you for coming. Is there anybody else that wants to come and speak on something besides Westwind?